Welcome to the world of money. I am Lord Koboko. I will enrich you beyond your expectations. Your peers will bow at your feet. You will rule the world, but you must pay the price. What price, my lord? Dauda asked. I will do whatever it takes. I have suffered too much. Are you ready to kill? Lord Koboko asked coldly. Kill. Dauda replied in shock. I can do anything, but I cannot kill anyone. Please, my lord, give me something else. Lord Koboko laughed, then his face suddenly turned stern. Did I ask you to kill anyone? I only asked if you can kill. He pointed to a corner of the room. In that corner were 3 birds, an old hen, another hen that was not as old, and a small chick. Choose one of these birds, Lord Koboko said. Dauda chose the oldest hen. Lord Koboko handed him a knife. Take this knife and kill it. Without asking any questions, Dauda did as he was told. Lord Koboko collected the blood in a cup and gave it to Dauda. Drink it. Dauda took the cup and drank the blood. Go home and swim in money, Lord Koboko said. Just like that? Dauda asked in disbelief. Just the blood of a fowl, and I am rich. Lord Koboko smiled. Go and enjoy. Dauda was overjoyed. Finally, I am leaving poverty behind, he thought. He went home happily. His wife and daughter welcomed him warmly. A few minutes later, his phone rang. It was a call from the village. The first words he heard were, Mama is dead. Mama, dead. How? Tears ran down Dauda's face. Mama, who was never sick, how could she die so suddenly? He thought. Why, Mama, why now, he cried. Now that the money is on the way, you could have stayed a little longer to enjoy the fruit of your labor, Dauda murmured through his tears. Suddenly, a frightening thought came to him. Could my mother have died because of the money ritual? But I only killed a hen, he told himself. Still, the feeling grew stronger. What a coincidence, he thought. Did I just kill my own mother? Dauda became restless. Immediately, he ran to Lord Koboko. Why have you taken my mother? He shouted angrily. Lord Koboko looked at him and smiled. I did not take your mother, he said calmly. You did. It was your choice. What choice? Dauda asked in confusion. You only asked me to choose between 3 fowls, a chick, an older hen, and the oldest hen. I chose the oldest hen, and you told me to kill it. So how did I take my own mother's life? Lord Koboko laughed again and then stared at him with cruel eyes. Your mother was the oldest hen. Dauda was shocked. My mother, the oldest hen. Then he thought carefully and then he said, so the older hen is my wife, and the chick is my daughter. You're smart, Lord Koboko said, smiling. Dauda was furious. But I told you I did not want to kill anyone. Lord Koboko looked at him and said, remember, I told you, you must pay the price. He dropped to his knees and cried. It was hard to accept. This was the mother who had done everything for him. He remembered how she sold food by the roadside under the hot sun every day just to make sure he graduated from the university. He remembered how she skipped meals many times so that he could eat well when he were younger. He remembered how she always stood by him, encouraging him, assuring him that he would surely succeed in life and telling him not to worry too much. His mother was his pillar, his motivation, and his place of comfort. Now she was gone. He had killed her with his own hands. He wished he could turn back the hands of time, but all he could do was wish. Weeks passed, and Dauda was now swimming in wealth. He bought the finest cars and moved into a mansion. He gave his mother a befitting burial. He took very good care of his wife and daughter. He became the talk of the town. Some people said he used his mother for rituals, while others, who were more understanding, said he had worked hard for his money and that it was only a coincidence that his success came after his mother's death. His wife believed him when he told her he had landed a big contract. She fully supported him and stood by him genuinely. His businesses were flourishing. However, he could never completely forgive himself. Whenever the thought of his mother came to his mind, he would feel sad and wish that it had never happened. After some time, Dauda started losing money. His businesses and investments began to fail badly. He took loans and borrowed money from friends. He tried everything he could to make things work, but nothing helped. Finally, he went to meet Lord Koboko. "My lord, what is happening?" Dauda cried. "I am losing everything." Lord Koboko looked at him and said, "It is your own fault. You abandoned your source because you got what you wanted." Angrily, Dauda replied, "What do you want from me? You took my mother without my consent, and now you are taking my money too. You say I forgot my source. You got what you wanted, and I got what I wanted, so I have no business with you anymore." Lord Koboko laughed loudly. "You cannot run away from your source. You must renew your wealth, or you will return to poverty," he said. "Then let us do it quickly," Dauda replied. "I have no time to waste here with you." As usual, Lord Koboko pointed to a corner. In that corner were one chick and one hen. He then handed a knife to Dauda and said, "Choose one and kill it." Dauda was frozen in shock. "Another one," he shouted. "I am not killing any member of my family anymore." He added angrily, "This is how you made me kill my mother. And now another." Lord Koboko smiled and said, "You have no choice. If you refuse to do what I say, then prepare to return to poverty, even worse than before. Do it, or leave my shrine immediately." Tears rolled down Dauda's eyes as he thought of his daughter. He remembered how close they were, her small, cute, and charming smile, and the gentle love she showed when she called him Daddy. He remembered the sweetness of her soft voice when she said, "I love you, Daddy." Dauda stared at one corner for a long time. Then he made his choice and did the unthinkable. Few moments later, he received a text message from his wife, "Meet me at the hospital now." He looked at Lord Koboko with a long, disappointed stare, then left the shrine. When Dauda arrived at the hospital, he met his wife crying loudly. He looked at his wife with pity. He already knew what had happened. Weeks later, Dauda had moved on with life. His businesses and investments began to flourish again. He became twice as wealthy as he was before. The elites respected him and wanted to associate with him. Everyone admired him. He became an icon and a true symbol of wealth. He spent quality time with his wife, because she was all he had left. Sometimes, when he remembered the deaths of his mother and daughter, he would lock himself in a room and cry throughout the night. A few days later, his wife became pregnant. It was a joyful moment for both of them, as they would have a child again. Dauda took very good care of his wife until the 8th month of the pregnancy. Then one night, he had a dream. In the dream, he saw Lord Koboko, who said to him, "It is time to renew your wealth, or return to extreme poverty." Dauda woke up in fear and panic, breathing heavily. His wife woke up beside him and asked what was wrong, but Dauda did not say a word. Dauda ignored the dream and continued with his daily activities. However, Lord Koboko appeared in his dreams 2 more times. After the 3rd appearance, Dauda became very angry. He went to meet Lord Koboko and warned him fiercely to stay away from him. "Have you not taken enough?" Dauda shouted. "You took my mother and my daughter, and now you want my wife. You must be out of your mind to think you can take my wife, you fool. Stay away from me and my family, or I will kill you myself." Lord Koboko laughed mockingly. Then he said, "When a man refuses advice, misfortune becomes his teacher." From that moment, Dauda began to fail in everything he did. His businesses and investments started losing value rapidly. At that time, his wife was 9 months pregnant, and they were expecting the baby. He began to feel negative energy from people around him. Then he started thinking about his reputation. "What will people think of me?" he thought. "After all this wealth, I suddenly become poor. I will be mocked and laughed at. My fellow wealthy friends will see me as lazy and avoid me. Everyone who once respected me will treat me like dirt. I have already lost my mother and my daughter," he continued thinking. "I have gone too far to turn back now. No, no, I cannot return to poverty. That would be terrible. With this decision in his heart, Dauda went back to Lord Kabaka. He took a knife and asked, "Where is the last hen?" As Dauda held the hen and was about to slaughter it, his phone rang. It was a call from his wife. He answered immediately, but it was the doctor speaking. "Your wife is in the hospital right now," the doctor said. "She is in labor." Dauda fell to his knees and burst into tears. Lord Kabaka shouted at him harshly and loudly, "You have no time. Do it now. Now. Now." Meanwhile, Dauda's wife was in the theater, pushing with all her strength. She struggled for a long time, but eventually, she could push no more. She died, and the unborn child died with her. Dauda wept bitterly at her grave. His life was never the same again. He had lost everyone who was dear to him. He had fame, wealth, influence, and power, but he was lonely, full of guilt, and deeply depressed. He lived an empty life. What is money without peace of mind? What is money without joy? Even though he had everything, he still had nothing. Lord Kabaka appeared to him one night in his bedroom and said, "It is time to renew your wealth, but you have no one dear to you left to offer anymore." Dauda looked at him in frustration. "So what next?" he asked. "Have you come to take me? My life is already meaningless. It was all my fault for not being patient with life. I wanted money without stress, and now see where it has led me. I have lost everyone I loved. I guess I deserve to die now. Take me, Lord Kabaka. Take me." "Your time is up," Lord Kabaka said, then he laughed dangerously.
You so is